Yeah, I mean the process it's different every time. I feel like sometimes you have songs that come together really quickly and then you're like, "Oh my God, where was that?" Like and now suddenly you have like a finished song. And then there are songs that are required like more time from you. And you have to kind of work a little bit more for them to come. But I go through periods, like periods where I'm feeling really, really creative, and then I'm just going and composing for like at least a little bit every day, and then periods where I'm just like working.
Sophie, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's a snowy day in Berlin, really cold, but also really cozy.
Hmm.
Yeah, what about you?
Yeah, I'm good, but it's like the opposite here. Like it's very, very hot here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not complaining. So I want to understand how you got started into music. I want to learn about your journey from when you were introduced to music to now.
So I guess I've been around music my whole life. Like my dad taught himself how to play the guitar. So I grew up around music. Also my family, like even if they're not professional musicians, there was always music around, like even if it was, I don't know, someone's birthday or a family gathering, like
Hmm.
music was a very key part of our just activities. But it wasn't until I was a teenager that I decided, okay, maybe I want to study music because when I was little, I used to do ballet lessons. So I got really interested in classical music, and I didn't know if it was actually that I like ballet or it was that I actually loved the music.
Hmm.
So then I decided to try out some lessons, and I don't know why. I just wanted to become professional like really quickly because I'd never heard like the level of piano playing that was like in a really high level once I got into my school. So it was also like a very hard road because I mean you're supposed to start playing instruments when you're like 6. And my
Yeah.
teachers, they were Russian, so it was like the Russian method where you start very early and it's very long hours. Because I'm from Costa Rica, so in Costa Rica we don't really have like normal conservatories, at least not the ones that exist here in Europe. Um, but then yeah, I started studying the instrument and it was difficult just because I didn't know anything, so I had to learn everything from scratch while still being kind of old.
Mm.
Uh,
Like, as what age was this?
I was 16.
Oh, okay. And you should have
Yeah.
started earlier. So it
Yeah.
was kind of late for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was always like this feeling of running against time.
Hmm.
But I guess I was just very dedicated, so I made it through and I got like my classical education, like my piano degree. And then I ended up like feeling really burned out because with those degrees, it's really difficult to know how to keep going forward or what exactly do you do with it. Um, but then I discovered like the world of new classical music. This was around 2020, so it was like pandemic times. And it just completely like opened a new world for me. Like I felt very inspired and I thought, okay, I wanna give this a try and see if I can write my own song. So then I just started composing like little by little, and see where it might take me.
Is there a particular song that inspired you? Like in particular
As
a classical song that inspired you to start making your own?
you mean classical?
Yeah.
I mean, I always loved playing Rachmaninoff, and I think in the beginning, like my first songs were very classical. Like
Mm.
it's not even thing that is out yet, but you could clearly hear that I was coming like from a classical background
No,
because it
yeah.
was like with this type of movements and also sometimes very dramatic, which I really love. Like I love dramatic stuff. So I would say like yeah, to this day, like I'm very influenced by the classical music that I played. Also because some patterns and things just stay in your fingers.
Is there a particular reason why you like switch from like the traditional classical music to neoclassical music? And is there like particular songs or artists that inspired you?
Oh yeah, I think like my first contact with the neoclassical scene was hearing like Ólafur Arnalds'
Mm,
music and also Nils Frahm. I liked a lot. Also, I think Hania Rani was starting
yeah,
at that point, so it was also nice to have like the female empowerment to be like, okay, that's
yeah.
so cool. So I think for me, like those were my first introductions to this type of world, and then there I started to discover more and more people, which was just so cool. Like it just opened such a big world. But I would say like this for me were like the three first impressions that I had.
Yeah, I would say those three are also um people that inspired me to like start listening to neoclassical music. And I only just started recently, like I think it was last year. I started listening to Ólafur Arnalds and Nils Frahm and Hania Rani. So you're in Berlin now, right?
Yes.
I imagine that Berlin has a big influence in how you make music now. So can you like
Yes.
compare like how making music in Costa Rica and like Berlin, how that has formed your music?
I I think first of all it has shaped me in a way that I feel very supported by a musical community here. Like I'm
Mm,
around a lot of artists as well. And I think it's just so refreshing to feel that you have support and also just like to be around people who have maybe a different creative process than you, so you start thinking about things in a different way. I think that's super cool, and it's something that I was actually missing quite a lot back in Costa Rica, because really
mm,
no one was doing this type of music, so I just felt kind of alone, like, okay, what do I do now? Like so here I think I feel just very inspired by the people. Of course, the weather is really hard for me, but I
mm-hmm,
also think that in the winter months, I tend to, I mean, go more inwards, and also just because you're inside a lot,
yeah,
then I find that sometimes I'm more creative. Which in Costa Rica, maybe it's not so much like that because, I mean, we have kind of the same weather all year long. So
yeah,
it has made me, like, life here has made me appreciate some things more. But yeah, in a creative process, I think I just really love the way that I can feel surrounded by other artists, and also like the electronic scene overall,
yeah.
I think has influenced my music a little bit. I got a new synth a couple of months ago, and it's been just so fun to kind of like explore that a little bit more in depth.
Where- What's the name? There's no listeners.
I got an TO5 from Overheim.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
don't think I don't think I'm really familiar with synths that much, but like I'm mostly just in my door, like just making
Yeah.
music. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Berlin has inspired the way you make music. How did you like make the switch from like Costa Rica to Berlin? Like how did that happen? And why
Um,
why did you?
yeah. Well, it was actually kind of an interesting story. I was kind of like being directed to Berlin in very different ways. Because at first I thought maybe I want to go to Spain because they speak Spanish there, and maybe it will be
Hmm.
easier for me to kind of go there. But I always knew I wanted to get out of Costa Rica just to have a different experience, not necessarily music related, but I just wanted to get to know life somewhere else. And then I thought, okay, Berlin seems like a good place for this genre. Like I knew a lot
Yeah.
of artists from here that were also doing neoclassical, so I was like, okay, maybe I should try and move and see how it is. At the beginning, I was studying a master's degree in music production.
Okay.
So that's kind of how I made the switch. And it was really lovely, like to have, because the school had really nice studios. And I also got to meet a lot of people on that first year because I didn't know anyone here. So it was just like, that's kind of how I met the people. And then At that point, I was recording my demos there because I didn't have a piano, so it was just nice
Mm,
that I could have access to the studios. And yeah, I mean, in the end, it proved to be like a nice place because now I really feel like I have like a support system here. Like I have my friends, and it just feels also the people that I work here. Some of them live here, so that's kind of how it happened. It was really quick. Like it took like maybe 3 months, and then I was like, okay, bye everyone. And now, yeah, it's been almost yeah, I mean, three years and a half. So
wow.
yeah.
Yeah, that's like, how's your German now?
Oh, no, 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 no. It's not here. Yeah.
You're trying to learn, right?
I wanna, yeah. I mean, I was in some lessons back in Costa Rica, but I understand. I feel like more than I dare to speak just because
Mm,
it's so daunting to try to speak. I don't
yeah,
know. But
I can imagine.
baby steps. Yeah, baby steps.
Yeah. Okay, so now once you get into like your process of making music, um, what inspires you to make music and how you start a song?
I think for me the process has been really to kind of talk about my own experiences because for me, music really helps me get out things that maybe are not so easy for me to say. So it's almost like really cathartic for me to just make music. I've been exploring a little bit more to kind of try to write from a different point of view. Um, but yeah, I mean the process it's different every time. I feel like sometimes you have songs that come together really quickly and then you're like, oh my God, where was that? Like, and now suddenly you have like a finished song. And then there are songs that are required like more time from you.
Mhm.
And you have to kind of work a little bit more for them to come. But I go through periods, like periods where I'm feeling really, really creative, and then I'm just going and composing for like at least a little bit every day, and then periods where I'm just like working on maybe my live set or trying to do some networking. So it depends, like, but yeah, usually my favorite type of process is like the unexpected one when you're like surprised yourself with a song and you're like, oh, I didn't know that I
Mm,
kind of had that in me.
mm. Yeah, it feels like it's those moments where you're not trying to
Yeah.
do too much that you just come up with like the best music. Because for
Mm.
me, I think like when I'm like trying to make music, the problem I face is like starting to make something is hard. Because like I'm trying
Yeah.
to make something very perfect. And also like
Yeah.
finishing the song is also hard because I need it to be the best one, yes. So I'm just like
Yeah.
always making little ideas and just
Yeah.
keeping them like
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the thing also something that I learned really early on is that even if I feel like the idea is not perfect, I always try to finish them.
mm,
So I like try to finish all my ideas and then if I feel like okay, maybe I want to make it better, I will go back to it, but at least the idea is finished.
mm.
Because then you have like a lot of maybe tiny but finished songs or ideas.
Yeah, I think that's something I should learn from because I hardly finish songs.
Yeah,
So
it's a nice exercise.
yeah. So how is the like technical process of like making music? Let's say you come up with an idea and you're trying to compose something. How does that look like?
So I basically first just improvise a lot, and everything that I improvise, I try to record on like the audio notes on the phone.
Mhm,
And then I let some time pass, and then I will go through them and see if there's something that I like that I can maybe develop. Um, so yeah, that's basically like how the first kind of step is like. Or maybe in the first moment I already have like a melody that it's really stuck in my brain and then I kind of just um cannot get over and then I will just like work on that song for like weeks.
mm,
Sometimes it's a little bit crazy because I can get really into one specific song and then I don't want to work on anything else.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, again, it depends. It depends on the song and like how excited I am about the idea. Um, But yeah, that's basically how it starts. Like I have a lot of improvisation audio recordings on my phone of little things. Yeah.
Mm. And it seems like on your new album, you collaborated with a few producers and people to work on the album. So how's that been? How was that?
Uh, yeah, I work with one producer. His name is Miguel Murrieta, and it was super nice to actually work with him because he's from Ecuador, so we can speak
Mm-hmm.
Spanish. And I think that's really important to me because it was just so much easier to communicate when you can do it in your native language.
Yeah.
And I think it was also really nice because uh, sometimes when you're in the studio and when you're recording, you can lose perspective of things really fast. But I think having someone with you that can like guide you or being like, okay, maybe we didn't lose perspective and this is actually the path that we need to take was super helpful for me because I can get really like in a perfectionist kind
Mm-hmm.
of mindset. Um, and yeah, sometimes when you get into that mindset, it's really hard to be more neutral or to be like, okay, is this take better than this one? So it was just really nice to have that support and also just the understanding that we both wanted to develop the sound in the same way.
Yeah. So I want to get into how you got connected to Ólafur Arnalds and how you were able to join the Opia community.
Yes. Um, so with Olafur, I mean, I joined his Discord, I think in the first few years where it was open. So I think it must have been also around COVID, kind of when I discovered his music and I
Mm-hmm.
just wanted to learn how to produce better. So I was just like, maybe we're gonna talk about producing. But it was actually, I mean, yes, there was some music talk, but it was mostly just talking about games and just fun stuff that was happening at the time. Um, and then I mean, just one day I get an email just being like that they would like to meet with me and basically telling me that he was gonna have a show here in Berlin and that they have seen that I was also releasing music. Yeah,
Were
Olafur.
you sharing your music on the Discord or how did they find the music?
I shared I think one video because there's like a channel called Made My Day
Mm-hmm.
and I had found like a bunch of old recordings from my family home. And I decided to make a video for one of my songs with my childhood recordings. And I was really proud that I was able to like make the video because I made the video by myself. Like I did the edits and everything. So I just shared that I was really proud that I'd made a music video
Mm-hmm.
because I mean at that point I mean I had no budget and I was just starting. So I was doing all of it myself, also like the bookings for the shows. Um, so I was just really happy that I could have like a little video for this song. And somehow, I mean, nothing really happened after that I shared that video. I think it was a couple of months after that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, they contacted me saying that he was gonna play a show in Berlin and if I wanted to open for him, and I was
Were you in
like,
Costa Rica at that time? Or
no, I was already living here.
oh, okay.
So this was I think a year after I've moved.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. And I of course said yes. I was like, of course, I would love to.
Yeah.
And I mean that night was crazy. I mean, I don't remember a lot of it because it was just so I don't know, it was so cool and just was also kind of I feel like in a time where you felt like music was truly coming back after being so many years in like quarantine. So there was this like really sense of community also to meet the people from the Discord that I've been talking
Mm-hmm.
for some years. So it was just such a special night. But yeah, I mean, the first contact with Olafur I made because they were looking for someone to moderate the Discord in Spanish.
Okay.
'Cause he was touring Mexico at the time. So he just asked me if I would like to moderate because no one spoke Spanish. So I decided to step in and become a moderator. But this was, yeah, before the music and before everything. But yeah, that's more or less it. Yeah.
Well, It feels well. That's beautiful. Like I didn't expect it to be that straightforward. Like you just joined his Discord and you were just like having fun like with everybody on the Discord and sharing your music, and that's how he just found you. That's
Yeah, I mean,
nice.
I think I find it really beautiful as well because it just felt very organic.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, which I think it's really rare in these days of
Mm,
like music industry and just
yeah.
releasing. So I'm just really happy. It just feels so nice. I mean, I feel so lucky to be a part of it. And I mean, I'm still moderating.
Mm,
So it's just nice. I really love that place. Like I'm there quite often just talking about. The other day I was saying that I got a Nintendo Switch recently. So
oh.
I was just asking for game recommendations, and it was so nice. I got so many.
Mm.
Yeah.
Have you met any of the other artists from Opia?
What?
Have you met
If I met them?
yeah, yeah,
Yes. I mean, I met Davidson in Iceland when we were playing at Iceland Airwaves, and Jana, who's actually also
yeah.
releasing in Opia. We were friends from before. So
Really?
before we were both signed to Opia, we were friends, yeah, which was super crazy because we talk about it all the time, like how crazy it is that
Mm.
it turned out the way it is. And actually, it's really interesting because they, like the label, didn't know that we were friends from before.
How did you guys
Uh,
meet?
we met, I mean, we started messaging on Instagram because at the time I was still living in Costa Rica
Okay.
and she's from Poland. So we just, I mean, I found her music and I just texted her that I thought, it was so beautiful. And then we just started talking, and it was just a really kind of like a long distance friendship.
Mm.
But we were like united also because we loved the same type of music and we were doing kind of similar things. And then when I moved here, the first year I did a show in Berlin and I did it with her. Like I was like, would you like to come to Berlin? And we tried to make a little show together for piano day at my school.
Mm.
So I like organized a little show with her and yeah, it was just really nice. So I've met her as well and she's like a really, really close friend. And then I met Sam, like the Vernon Spring, also a couple of months ago when we were playing together. I think the only one that I haven't met is Raquel, which is
Yeah.
uh yeah, the new signing. I don't know her, but I hope soon. Yeah.
Yeah. So you were in Reykjavik,
Yeah.
Iceland. Was it your first time in Iceland?
Yes. Yes.
How's the experience?
Wow, it was
Yeah.
so incredible. Like I loved it so much. I think it's been one of my favorite places. Even if like I'm not a person from cold weather,
Yeah. I was about to
I
say that.
just
Like,
yeah.
how's the weather?
I mean, it was really cold and I was really afraid because I'm like I really cannot take cold weather well
Mm,
at all. But I think I was also just so excited. Like I've been wanting to go to Iceland Airwaves, and for me to even play there was like such a big dream come true. Um, that I don't know. I just had like the greatest time, and also I did some tours to um some of the like nature, and I found it just really beautiful just because it's so different from anything
yeah.
that I've ever seen.
Feels like
Yeah.
another planet.
Yes, yes. I for sure. Like I was like, I don't know, it was really cool. I really hope I can come back sometime.
Mm. So you did a tour for your album as well.
Yes.
So yeah, how was that like? Was it your first tour?
Yes. I mean, no. No, it wasn't. I had a tour before, but it was the first tour where I had like a more complex setup, maybe, let's say it like this. Um, and I mean, I love playing live. For me, it's like one of the things that I enjoy the most, even if sometimes it can be really exhausting. Like I'm traveling alone, so I'm
Mm,
taking um, yeah, the trains, or sometimes something goes wrong with the travels, and then you have to figure it out. But I feel like connecting with the people in a live setting, it's like, okay, it's something really special also because every place gives you a different type of energy. So then you kind of feel energized with that. And I really got to go to so many amazing places this last yeah, it's like a year and a half almost. And I don't know, I don't believe it. Sometimes I'm like, wow, that was crazy.
Mm.
But I'm so lucky to be able to play live, and I would love to do more of it. Like it's such a beautiful experience for me. I think I love like live music. Also, when I was growing up, I just love going to concerts. Like I think it's such a nice thing to also experience an artist with so many people together, like in a room. It's really special.
Yeah, I can imagine because like you're seeing how the audience is reacting to your music, you see how they enjoy it and everything, and it feels like a community and everybody's enjoying the music together. That's
Exactly.
great. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's really nice.
yeah. So what I want to ask next is um so we'll soon be wrapping up. So what I wanted to ask is are you looking for what are you looking forward to now and what have you been working on?
Well, I am looking forward to. That's a good question. I did some reworks, so I'm
Okay.
looking forward to releasing the reworks.
Is it coming out soon?
Um, yes,
Okay, cool.
they are or they aren't. What?
Are they coming out soon?
Yes, they are coming out
Okay,
soon. So
that's
I'm
good.
really excited to share that. And yeah, I always love working with reworks because I think it's like I love to be able to just take a song and kind of rethink it. It's a
Mm.
really nice challenge. So I'm looking forward to that in this moment. I think it will be really nice, and yeah, I can't wait to share them.
So it's like imagine reworks are like your own interpretation of the song and like
Exactly.
yeah, how you see the song. That's
Yeah.
cool. I can't wait for it to come out. I'm looking forward to
Yes, I
it.
hope you like them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So before we wrap up, is there anything else you'd like to say? Like maybe a young Sophie is trying to start
Yeah.
making music. So what would you say?
Ooh, I would say that you don't have to be afraid. Everything will work out. Maybe not in the way you think,
Hmm.
but in some way. And yeah, I mean, also just to people who want to start composing, I think the best place to, like, the best thing to do is just to begin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
So, Sophie, thank you for coming on the podcast. My first episode.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.